Hey man, how's it going? Uh, Back with another VOD review for you. Sorry this is coming out late. I've been kind of busy lately, but yeah, glad you liked the first one. Let's see if we can help you out again. Um, so once again, as usual, I've already looked at the entire video. I've got some notes here. I think we'll just go over some of them now. This is a pretty long game, so up until overtime, I kind of focus on everything, and then after overtime, I kind of just switched and just focused on any mechanical mistakes you may have made or anything you could improve on there. So just a caveat for that. Um, and then for I would say there's three things in this game that I think is clear to me that maybe if you work on these, you'll improve quite a bit. The first is um, game speed. Uh, like as a so from a champion rank, kind of looking in, I'm actually not sure what your rank is. Hopefully you tell me before this gets posted. But from outside looking in, um, it's it's very slow. So one of the things I would say is just try to keep your speed up, try to keep your momentum up. Um, it's certainly a way to be around the pitch a bit more, not necessarily ball chase, but just be faster, constantly keeping your momentum up, even if you have low boost. Um, Another thing I think you need to focus on is reading. So seeing what the ball is going to do and what your team and what the enemy team is going to do before it happens. Rocket League is a very predictive game where you have to predict what is going to happen prior to it happening. Uh, so I think in a lot of situations here, if you had predicted properly or predicted better, things would have gone differently. So I think that's one thing you can work on, and that's something one that you just kind of have to play to get a feel for. However, um, ball reads, like how is the ball going to behave when it bounces this way or bounces that way, is easily practicable in something like free play. So I'd recommend that. Third is fast aerial. I think you may or may not do it once or twice in here, but it's like bar none, man. You got to learn that mechanic. There's no two ways around it. Like, for instance, your half flips are phenomenal. I'm champ 1 and you can half flip better than I can. That's not a joke. But um, you that's not as important as a mechanic as fast aerialing. Fast aerialing is it's just required. There's no two ways around it. Um, so yeah, that's enough of that rant. Let's go through it, and I'll stop whenever I have comments. I think I have a lot of comments on kickoffs here, so this will be one here. So I know you're probably in comms with these guys, since it sounds like you play with them. But you need to be being more productive with your kickoffs. So maybe you guys determine that, hey, this guy's going to go for the kickoff. Ooh, I need to lower mouse sensitivity. Yeah, that's better. Great. Okay, he goes for kickoff. You need to do two things. Figure out what this guy's going to do. And in solo queue, since you can't really see this guy, you don't know what he's going to do. I'm usually back flipping, half flipping actually, to that boost back there. You can cheat forward here if you know that your teammate can get it to you here, but I'm not counting on that in solo queue. Maybe it's a set play where you guys are going to pass it to you right here, but I doubt they're going to let you do that. So here, if you do decide to cheat forward, in the hopes that this comes out this way, I've done that in the past. Sometimes it works. What you need to do is path here, and then you path to this boost over here. But your teammate needs to know that after he goes for the kickoff, he's supposed to snag this corner boost over here. But honestly, I would go back for this boost here. I don't think you finagling around doing whatever it is you do right here is really helping. So it goes out that way. Snag that corner. So your teammate misses this corner. Unfortunate. But that doesn't mean you can't have it. Go over there, snag it real quick, and be ready to follow up for him and get yourself into an offensive rotation. So not only should you be snagging that boost for you, you should be taking it away from the guy that he's about to go up onto a 50-50 with. No reason not to snag that. You're already halfway there. Just go grab it. And you'd be in a better position to defend this in case your teammate missed. So the read there. So this is where I read. This is where I would have read. I honestly didn't think he was going to make that touch, but he did, right? And the ball bounces off the corner here. Now I understand that this is a tough read because of the way it looks like it's going to bounce off the wall and kind of come to the ground here and then bounce up. Instead, it goes straight from the corner of this wall up. But that's just something you got to learn to read. That was the only mistake here. You actually have a pretty solid recovery in the air here to get a touch on that. So nice job there. You almost get it in there. But yeah, let's try and read that before it happens. Okay. I think I had a comment there. Where are we at? 436? Yeah. I think right here, after that happens, so if we look back, excuse me. Your buddy's there. Okay, he's going back. I know he is. And he's going to grab side boost on the way. Couldn't tell if it was up or not. Either way. Let your teammate try and do whatever he can with this ball. Maybe contest it. Hopefully win a 50-50 against this guy. Your teammate is beating you back here. So he's going to be next in the rotation. You need to be here. Go back and snag this corner boost over here. And then get yourself in a position where after you grab that boost, you can do one of two things. If this guy has won the 50-50, odds are this ball is coming along the wall. Guess who's there? Ugh. What? Stop. Guess who's there to defend it? Gah. You. You're there to defend that. If the ball doesn't go against the wall and say it's out here, your teammate's there to receive it, and then you're next up in the rotation with a full canister of boost. Here, the path you take has two consequences that could have, they could have been bad. Nothing ended up happening from it, but one, you cut him off because he's next in the rotation. So you would have cut him off, and you can't really make a play on the ball. So go that way. Teammates up though. He gets ahead of you in the rotation, as he should. Ooh. So let's talk a little bit about mechanics on that one. Bounce. What you want to do here is as you get, as your mechanics start to improve, obviously you want to put a lot of power on this ball. What you can recognize is two things. One, the ball is bouncing, so you want to keep it low, which you do. You want to try and angle it down because odds are you're going to pop it up into the crossbar, which you don't want. But two, you see this guy is kind of positioned to the right side of the goal. So obviously you want to try and put it over here away from him, or you want to try and put it above him in the top corner. I think this is a little bit more of a difficult shot because you have a greater chance of either missing wide or hitting the crossbar. But this area over here has a bit more, higher chance of a goal. Not to mention if he does manage to save a ball that's kicked here, your friend here is coming forward. I know he's back here somewhere, so he can come up and contest this ball. But what you want to do is when you jump up, how am I going to draw this? Oh gosh. Rotate your car 90 degrees. What is that? Clockwise. So jump, rotate your car clockwise, dodge forward. And what that's going to do is it's going to, your car will end up flipping this way. God, it's hard to draw in 3D. It'll flip like this. And what you can do is end up hitting this side of the ball with the nose, and it'll go over here. I pretty much air roll every time I go for ground shots nowadays, whether I mean to or not. Really, it's just kind of been ingrained in my brain now. So maybe give it a shot next time you're thinking of a dead on shot here. Try to rotate your car. It's a good try though. I don't mind sagging the boost. I love this. I love this. Heads up play by you. Boom. 2v3 now, man. What are you gonna do? I don't like this though. This turn on the ball. So I don't know if you guys are in comms or not. I think you are. You blow him up. He has a bad touch, and I wreck it. Like, you and I both recognize, like, oh man, this is a play. This is a play now. So you turn on the ball, ready to hit it. You shouldn't though, because you and I both see him coming forward. And the thing is he actually has a better shot on the goal than you do. Granted, you do make the shot, but he has ball cam on, so he cannot see you. He does not know you are coming. So when that's the case, what I typically do is, yes, I turn as you did, but I'm there for the follow-up. So I'm there if, like, oh, if he messes up, I can just side dodge it back into the goal. You cutting him off here and going for the shot yourself, it works out, but again, it's not what you want. So this was technically a bad idea by you, but it worked. Doesn't mean it was a good idea. Alright, kickoffs. More kickoffs. Stop doing that. Stop backing up like that. In solo queue, maybe I can understand sometimes why people do that. The only time I ever back up like this is if we've gotten into this point right here, and by the time the counter is counted down to 0, neither of these guys have said, I got it. Like, if he hasn't said anything and he hasn't said anything, I know they're not communicating. I'm like, oh god, neither of them are going to go for the ball. I'm coming back there for a cheeky defense. But usually one of these guys is going to say, I got it, or you get it. And when that's the case, you find out which of them has done it, and you can do two things. One, cheat forward, because whoever doesn't go for the ball should be going back for the boost, turning, and he's on defense. So essentially the third guy in the rotation. You become the second guy in rotation, and you're here, and this guy is the first guy in rotation, obviously, because he's going for the ball. Stop backing up. Don't do it. Cheat forward. If this 50-50 and this is a stale ball and it just kind of lazes out over here, freaking dribble that and flick it in, or go for a hard shot if you don't think they can make the save. But this backing up thing, stop doing it. It's a good catch. I would have liked to have seen you handle this ball on the side of your car instead of the top. That way, because one, you're low on, I mean, you have 36, but you use a lot of it. You hold it on the side of your car and then just kind of dodge this guy in. And then you still have possession of the ball and you're on the ground able to do 50-50s and potentially win them. But I like what you did here. You managed to dodge this guy, so good on you. Okay, so you're out of boost here. Okay, here's why I comment. Don't go for that. So, normally, if you have a lot of boost in the tank, which you don't, but let's go over that particular scenario where if you did. So let's say you're sitting right here, and you have 100 boost in the tank. I see this, and I'm stopping my car. Either stopping my car or turning my nose to face their goal, anticipating a clear coming out this way that I can then redirect into the goal, which I think is what you were trying to do here. With 100 boost or something other than 0, that is what I'm doing. However, you have 0. Nope. Right. He clears this. He shouldn't clear this, honestly, because guy here, third guy's back there. He should be dribbling this or taking it to the wall or doing literally anything else other than clearing it, because you can't do anything about it, and what it ends up doing is just being a pass to their team. So right there, he passes it to their team. As soon as I see that and I see that I am out on boost, I'm going back on defense, anticipating the clear, which is exactly what this guy does, right? Hard clear. Yep. And now, it doesn't feel like it, but technically you've double committed to this because of your rotation. You did not want to turn on that ball, not with empty boost canister. If you had boost and you already had some speed, you might have been able to get this clear to, or maybe bump this guy, but yeah. Go back on defense after that touch. And you need to get back faster. Yep. Okay, this is good. Good. Nice touch in the air. Good, letting your teammate get that. It's good patience by you. Okay, he missed. I don't know where your teammate is. He should have been there for that. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Okay, there he is, flying through the air. You snag that boost. He should be back in goal by now. He hits that forward. You look and he's not there. Wait, did we see him? Nope. Nope. We did not. Okay, so I'm assuming that he is in goal. If I didn't see him there, I'm assuming he's in goal somewhere behind me over here. You are here ready to get the pass. He still hasn't contested. Okay, I would have been so nervous there. It's a good job that you got the ball from him, but honestly, I have no idea where that teammate was. Okay, here. You got too many in one spot. Spread out. He's going to come back now. I honestly, after seeing those two go forward, so 1 forward, 2 forward, I'm kind of hanging out back here, expecting this to be a hard clear. Luckily, it's not. This guy needs to get back faster, but he rotates there. I don't know if sometimes in these replays the boost doesn't show up, so I don't know if he actually picked up boost there or it was already gone. If there was boost there, then yes, he's in an okay position. If there wasn't boost there, he needs to be going back. And you are in a position to receive this ball. Yeah, I guess I don't mind this. Now that you're spread out a bit more. Okay, he gets blown up. And you go for that. I think a better team isn't going to let you do that. Yeah, but we'll let it slide. Okay, so you continue to chase this. I don't mind. Good, you did your job there. Great 50-50. Okay, I had a comment here. So you do your job here. What do we see here? Him going for the ball, as he should. You are rotating back, but other teammates over here. So he is effectively out of the play. I know he's going for this boost, and I know he's going to get it, but he's not going to get that boost turn and be ready to make an attack in this part of the rotation. You, however, are in a situation where you can essentially cut the rotation, and it would be a good thing this time because you do have boost, and you have the ability to get to the ball. So I would have recognized that this guy is all the way back here. This guy hits. I'm on that. I'm going right now. Turn, boost. I mean, my backboard redirects aren't astounding. I can make them every now and again. But the point is that you go for this. There's no downside to going for that. So just something you need to read and recognize. The only way you would have been able to recognize it is if you saw your teammate going back right there. So you just need to see that. You take ball cam off and you see him there, but too late. Boost for that faster. Again, recognize that a little bit quicker. Missed? Go. Go, go, go. You take off boost twice for no reason. Just either that, dodge forward, so you have time. Take that up the wall. You almost get that in, though. Get back, get back, get back. Ah! Okay, so he misses that. I see that. You're not going to win this 50-50. These two are going to go challenge this ball in the air. He's closer, therefore probably going to reach it first. I am back. waiting for the result of this 50-50 to resolve and anticipating that this guy is going to win and this guy is going to lose. Wow. He gets it. Either way, that happens. So if you would have rotated back here, he clears it, right? You would have already been there, ready to send it back again and keep applying the pressure on these guys. But you were slow to rotate here, and that's why this happens. Nice half foot though. Luckily your teammate's there to pick that up. Good on him. No. I'm waiting. I'm waiting here. I see 3 guys here and my guy here. I'm just going to let him see what he can do with the ball. Good luck, friend. Try your best. Even here, I know it's tempting to come forward on that ball, but you got to understand, there's pressure on this guy right now to get this ball out of here because he is still here. And he's feeling that pressure, right? He's gonna try and just dodge into it and get this ball out of here. Just wait for his dodge, wait for his touch, and then pounce on the ball. Don't force it. Just have some patience when you see the ball in a standstill like this in the corner. Try not to play bunch ball and just be patient. Because now you're technically double committed again. Okay, good. I like the patience, not the positioning though. I think I put that in my comments. Let me just look at that. Let's take a look, see here. Yeah, your teammate needs to go for that. That's a tough read off the ceiling. I understand. Pinch that. Good. A little bit better pinch, but that'll work. What happened here? Teammate should have doinked that. Fast aerial. Yeah, so I know that this ends up being a goal. And it's not technically your fault, right? Because they double committed. Your teammates did anyway. So there goes that right here. You fast aerial this, there's a chance that you block this in the air. And when he tries to hit it forward, it just bounces off your car and goes somewhere over here. But you don't fast aerial, and you come up short. Yep, got a fast aerial for that, man. No two ways around it. Even though you only had 12 in the tank, that's still enough to get up there and block this ball. Fast aerial. And just a double commit. It's unfortunate. Okay, good. So you go for the boost this time. Good. You see your buddy here. Obviously, this guy is going for the kickoff. Usually in solo queue, I'll wait and see what this guy does. If he cheats forward, I'll go for boost. If I see him go for boost, I'll cheat forward. But I mean, it's never a problem if you both go for boost here. You can both come back and make the save in time. If the 50-50 up here goes poorly. Okay, you snag boost. Yep. So your teammate needs to make that. That's just a poor read on his part. He needs to jump off the wall and dodge into that. He doesn't. But it happens. Where you mess up here is you try to go for this 50, or you try to go for the save thinking he's going to shoot that. And I don't think I'm relying on that. Here, I see my teammate mess up. I'm putting myself right here, and it's going to be a tough save, but I'm charging forward to save this corner, charging forward and dodging back to save anything on the ground over here, a redirect to save anything in the air here, because I don't think I can beat him to the ball. In fact, I know I can't, and I know that somebody has the ability to redirect this off their car into the goal. This guy doesn't. And it actually works out better for him because I think he would have saved it had he done that right here. But I think I'm relying on my ability to save it here. Either way, this goal is not your fault. And that's a solid play by them. That's a good redirect. Okay, here. There's something. Yep. Okay. There's a lot going on in this kickoff. So we're going to break it down. Again, you come forward, you look like you're going to cheat forward, and then you stop. Go. In fact, when I am this far back, so for instance, when I'm in deep goal for the kickoff, I actually dodge forward once. Normally, if I'm right here, I just drive forward and then wait for the result of the 50. If I start here, I actually dodge forward once to get myself in a better position. So, he goes for boost. He goes for kickoff. You need to cheat forward. Because, once again, 1, 2, 3. He is in charge of saving the ball if this goes poorly. If he doesn't do that, that's not your fault. He needs to know that that's his job. You are number 2 on this play. You need to be picking up anything that is within the realm of possibility here, while this guy goes and gets boost. So then he becomes number 3, number 2, and then number 1. That's what needs to happen here. You staying in goal like this doesn't help your cause, and I'm going to show you why here in a second. So, the first problem that happens here is a bad kickoff. The reason you can tell is, and I think your buddy probably knows this, when he goes to kick off, he's low, right? His car is underneath the orange car. The ball is just going to come off of his hood, bounce up, and towards you. So that's the first mistake. So a bad kickoff starts this off. And that's a mistake. That's a mechanical error. The second mistake is you being here. You may confuse him on who's supposed to get the ball. Because right now, if I was here, odds are I wouldn't be able to get this ball anyway if I had cheated forward. But then my buddy can see me. He has ball cam on and he can see me. And he can see me not going for the ball, which means, oh, it's my turn. It's a positive feedback that says that is my ball because no one else can get it. So that's the other part of why you cheat forward. Third part is then you try to go for this, and it doesn't work out. I would have read what was going on here. Nobody is jumping up for that ball right now. I didn't hear anybody aerial. I say, you know what? Fine. Let that ball come down, bounce off the wall, off the ground. I clear off the wall and out. If they're not going to put pressure on you, don't let them. Don't let them get in your head. I didn't see anybody go. Fine. If you're not going to contest me for the ball, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to go over here. That being said, this should have never been your ball in the first place, right? Because you shouldn't be here. You should be somewhere up here, or you should have gone and got boost. And here's the other thing. If you would have gone and got boost, and you really wanted to get this ball, you could then have snagged boost, turned, and now you've got an easy aerial. We just saw you make one of these earlier, where you came in from the side and blocked this ball in the air. This would have been no different, and you would have got it, and you would have saved this goal. But even that part aside, he made a bad turn. When he comes from here to go get boost, unless you are confident in this guy's ability to ensure that this ball goes forward or to the side rather than back, you always turn into goal. So he should go and grab boost and then turn this way. Instead, clearly based on his positioning, he turned this way anticipating an attack. But because this guy had a poor touch on the kickoff, he is now out of position. You were out of position because you backed up. even if you hadn't or actually, you're in a good position since you backed up. But you let the defense pressure you, or the offense pressure you, even though they're not attacking for the ball. And you shouldn't even be under this pressure because you shouldn't be here. So a lot going on in this short amount of time for these kickoffs, but there's so much to learn here. There's just, because of so many things go wrong here, and clearly it ends up in a goal. Yeah. So I think just be a little bit more productive with your kickoffs there. Same thing. He could have made that. You guys almost the exact same thing. He goes for boost. Now imagine if at this point in time you were right here and you hadn't spent any of this and you had actually grabbed this canister. Honestly, your buddy here should have grabbed that canister. I don't know how he didn't. But imagine if you're right here. If you had cheated forward. This is a goal. This is touch this on the side of my car, put it onto the top of my car, flick it into the goal. Or have a small touch towards the goal so that this guy doesn't touch it. Use what's left in the tank to demo whoever tries to block me. But you're not. You didn't cheat forward. And then I already know that your teammate went and got boost over here and turned into an attack. And they are about to capitalize because he is coming forward. Because you didn't cheat forward to contest him for this ball. It almost happens all over again. And he actually goes for a pretty sweet play, but unfortunately misses. Well, unfortunately for him anyway. So yeah, let's work on those kickoffs. Good aerial. I like the patience from you here. Good. Could have been a better touch, but we'll let it go. I like you tried to take him out there. Lay off. Good. Good. See? Perfect. Perfect positioning here. Your two buddies are forward. You lay off. And you're in a perfect position to receive this clear. Awesome. I don't know if you fast aerialed, but if you didn't... Oh, nice touch. Again. Oh, I'm pretty sure you guys score here. And this was all caused by you. Like, that's your goal. You did everything. They just put it in the net. No. It's not a fast aerial. Let's get those. That's the one mechanic you need to learn right now. You force the defense into a high pressure situation. Your team capitalizes. That was your goal. Nice job. You do the same thing as your teammate did. You let your car get underneath the ball. You hit it here, which in some cases is okay if you beat him to the ball, but in this case it's not. You need to, if this is the kickoff you're going to do, you need to make sure that you are above his car and that you can get more of your car onto the side of this ball. But him allowing him to hit the ball over your hood in this way, it's just something you don't want. You need to be in the air when this comes right here. Yeah. Just flies right off your hood. It's tough for your team to deal with that, as you probably know, because almost scored once, almost scored twice on you because of that problem. Ooh, nice touch by him. So I like the follow here. You're ready for the pass. He misses. Okay. Don't turn that way. Good, good, good. Miss. This play is over. He's going to be able to stop it. This play is done. You are out of position. There's nothing you can do here. Turning this way does nothing for you, right? Because your teammate should be back here ready to come forward. You need to go this way. And distance yourself from your teammates. Take up more space in the pitch. I would be heading to far post right now. Ready to make a defense. So they miss, right? Better team is going to make that shot. Rotate back to far post. Get ready to make a sick play. Luckily they miss. Go forward, go forward. No. So here. Miss. Okay. Well, not a miss. More like a pass to you guys. So your teammates are back. Right there. That's an easy clear, homie. It should be an easy clear. But even if it's not, you got two back here. As long as they don't double commit, you can actually come forward here, ready for a pass in the air for a redirect in. Quick counterattack, basically, because this is a pretty easy ball to get. But I think it ends up being a 50-50 in the air. No, he just misses. That's unfortunate. He hits it, but it goes sideways. Okay. Okay, good, good. Let's pinch that. Nope, up the wall. So it's good that you kind of decide to go for this, although honestly, I think I might be letting my teammate go for that because he has a better beat on the ball, and then I can just kind of take his spot behind him, and then so that puts me at near post. He should be rotating back to far post. But let's play the scenario where you do decide to go for this ball. Don't aerial for this. You don't have enough in the tank for it. And this is one of those boost conserving maneuvers. Go up the wall, jump off the wall, and dodge forward. Don't aerial for this. You can beat him. You can beat him to the ball if you go up on the wall and you see this sooner. Oh yeah, and then I mentioned here, the boost. Grab it. You're running low on time. You don't want to be in a scenario where, man, I could have made that goal if I had boost. Snag that bad boy. I know it just popped up, but no reason not to snag it because he's going forward. He's going forward. You're last man back anyway. Just snag that bad boy and then rotate forward. And then you get to play the hero. You get to be the guy who made the goal. But I think they end up making it here. He gets the demo. Awesome. Great pass off the wall. Solid shot. Nice. Same thing, man. Dodge a little bit sooner. Get higher. Alright, so here we're just going to kind of go over mechanics. I think we beat game sense and positioning to death. And what I'm going to do, I mean, there are positioning and game sense mistakes that happen here in overtime, but we're just going to skip over them. I just want to talk about some of the mechanics here just because it's a really long game. Okay, you managed to get a little bit higher on that one, so good job. A good technique that you might look into is kickoffs for like 1v1s or just watching some of the pros kick off and trying to emulate what they do. You'll find that you have better control over the ball. I always like to kick off in such a way that after I touch the ball, I can then retrieve it. That's just me. My kickoffs are by no means great. Your half flips are solid, man. Like, I'm not joking. Your half flips are better than mine. There's just some other things here that I think are more important to work on. Fast aerial being the #1. You mess up this half flip. Almost. Almost ends up in a goal. No need to jump there. Just touch that. Stay on the wall. Keep your speed up, man. Okay, good. You let your teammates grab that and you grab boost. Ah, let's read that. No, go back. Read. Even though this is a hard read, it's still something you should do because you have full boost in the tank. If you read this off the wall, if you read this before it touches the wall, you have a better chance of beating these guys to the ball. And this is actually a goal if you hit it, if you nail it. Even if it's not a goal, it's a touch, likely off the backboard here, down here for your teammates to redirect in. Ugh, I can't draw today. Yeah, let's try and read this before it touches the wall. Again, that's a free play thing. Just go in free play and start trying to read these balls. Getting an unfortunate touch on it too. Again, a big thing with aerials that I've especially found out is true is takeoff angle is so important. Look at where your ball is angled right now. And you have to go up for this ball. If you would have turned your, because you have, I guess, you have more control over your car when it's on the ground, right? So you want to actually turn your car a little bit here while you still can, and then go up in the air, and you would have gotten this ball. Because you're facing this way, you then have to maneuver in the air, and you have to deal with momentum and inertia in order to get back, and then you miss the ball. So takeoff angle is important when you're going for these aerials, especially as these aerials get more complicated. So yeah, keep that in mind. Wonder if maybe you just got a bad read there. That could have also been it. I don't know. Fast aerials, dude. Fast aerials. Just go in free play and start doing fast aerials. It'll change your game, I promise. It's unfortunate. Alright, man. Well, thanks for getting a hold of me a second time. I always enjoy doing these, and I really hope they help you. Again, I mentioned the 3 things that you need to work on in the beginning of the video. So just go in and practice those. Fast aerial, obviously, in the mechanics portion. And reading your teammates, reading the enemy team, and reading the ball. Those are huge game sense tools that you can put in your arsenal that will certainly help you improve. Since Rocket League is such a predictive game, being able to react to these predictions, even if you get them wrong, who cares? You're learning and you're getting better. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to screw up. That's all part of learning. So anyway, hope this helped you, man. Good luck in your climb.